1945. Japan lies in ruins. Cities reduced to ash. Dreams shattered. Most men would surrender to despair. But Soichiro Honda? He saw opportunity in the rubble. Our story begins not in a boardroom, but in a small bicycle repair shop, where a man with oil-stained hands and an unbreakable spirit was about to change the world. Soichiro Honda was born in 1906 to a poor blacksmith family. As a child, he chased his first car down a dirt road, mesmerized by the smell of gasoline. That scent? He called it the smell of civilization. While other kids played with toys, young Soichiro was taking apart his father's rice milling equipment. At 15, with barely any formal education, he left home for Tokyo with nothing but ambition burning in his chest. He became an apprentice at an auto repair shop, working grueling hours, sleeping on the shop floor. But Honda wasn't just fixing cars. He was studying them, understanding them, dreaming bigger. Here's what they don't tell you about success. It's built on a mountain of failures. In 1937, Honda started his first company making piston rings. He was sure he'd struck gold. He approached Toyota, confident they'd buy his product. Toyota rejected him. The rings were faulty, defective, embarrassing. Most people would quit. Honda went back to school, despite hating traditional education, to learn metallurgy and engineering. He slept 2 hours a night, experimenting obsessively in his workshop. His neighbors thought he was crazy. His wife worried he'd lost his mind. 2 years later, he perfected the piston ring. Toyota finally said yes. But then, World War II happened. The Japanese government seized his factory for the war effort. Then, in 1945, American bombs destroyed what was left of it. Everything. Gone. Picture this. Post-war Japan. No food. No fuel. No transportation. People were desperate to get around, but nobody could afford cars and gasoline was scarce. Honda noticed something. Thousands of abandoned military radio generators with small engines still intact. A light bulb moment. He bought every generator he could find and began attaching these tiny engines to bicycles. Suddenly, people could travel without gasoline or effort. He called them motorized bicycles, and they sold like crazy. But Honda had a problem. He ran out of surplus engines, so he did what seemed impossible. He built his own from scratch. In 1949, in a wooden shack barely larger than a garage, Honda created the Dream D-Type motorcycle. It was small, efficient, and affordable. The name Dream wasn't just marketing. It was a promise. This was the vehicle that would carry Japan into a new era. But here's the truth. Soichiro Honda was a brilliant engineer, but a terrible businessman. He spent money recklessly, made impulsive decisions, and nearly bankrupted the company multiple times. Enter Takeo Fujisawa, the yin to Honda's yang. In 1949, Fujisawa joined as a business partner. Where Honda was creative chaos, Fujisawa was strategic order. They made a legendary pact. Honda would handle engineering and never interfere with business. Fujisawa would manage sales and finances and never touch engineering. This partnership? it became one of the most successful in business history. The 1950s. Honda Motor Company was growing, but Soichiro had an audacious dream: to compete on the world stage. In 1959, Honda opened its first U.S. store. But Americans didn't want motorcycles. They associated them with gangs and rebels. The market seemed impossible to crack. Then came one of the most brilliant marketing campaigns ever. You meet the nicest people on a Honda. This single campaign transformed motorcycles from dangerous to friendly, from rebellious to respectable. Sales exploded. By the 1960s, Honda wasn't just making motorcycles. They were dominating racing circuits worldwide, proving Japanese engineering could compete with anyone. Today, Honda is one of the largest vehicle manufacturers on Earth. From motorcycles to cars, from generators to jets, the company touches every corner of transportation. But the real story isn't about engines or profits. It's about a man who failed repeatedly, lost everything twice, and refused to give up. A man who saw possibility in destruction, who turned poverty into purpose, who believed that with enough persistence, even impossible dreams could become reality. Soichiro Honda once said, "Success is 99% failure." He would know. From a bicycle repair shop in the ashes of war to a global empire, this is the story of Honda. Not just a company, but proof that the most powerful engine ever created isn't made of metal and oil. It's made of dreams, determination, and an unbreakable human spirit.